Why is fear everywhere right now? Look around you. You see wars in the news. You hear about rising prices. You feel uncertainty in your future. You watch disasters unfold across the earth. And quietly, deep inside your heart, something begins to whisper, "What if things get worse?" My child, I see it. I see the fear you try to hide. I hear the thoughts you don't say out loud. But listen to me carefully. Fear is not coming from where you think. You believe fear is coming from the world around you, from the headlines, from the economy, from the instability of nations. But fear does not begin outside of you. It begins within. Fear grows when your heart forgets where your true security is. You are watching a world that constantly changes and expecting it to give you peace. But this world was never meant to be your foundation. That is why your heart feels shaken, because you're standing on something that cannot hold you. Let me tell you what is really happening. The world is louder than ever before. Every day, voices compete for your attention. News alerts, social media, opinions, predictions. And most of these voices are not speaking peace. They are amplifying fear. Fear spreads quickly because it captures your attention. It keeps you watching. It keeps you reacting. It keeps you anxious. And without realizing it, you begin to carry fear that was never yours to carry. You absorb it. You repeat it. You live inside it. But I never asked you to live that way. You ask, why does everything feel so unstable right now? Because you're trying to control what was never yours to control. You want certainty in a world that shifts daily. You want guarantees in a life that requires faith. And when you cannot predict what comes next, fear fills the space. But listen closely. You were never meant to predict the future. You were meant to trust me in it. When I walked among people, they also lived in uncertain times. There were wars, there was oppression, there was suffering. Yet I said to them, do not be afraid. Not because their world was safe, but because I was with them, and I am still with you now. Fear grows when you focus on what you cannot control. Peace grows when you focus on who is in control. Right now, many hearts are fixed on everything going wrong. Every problem feels closer. Every danger feels personal. And slowly, fear becomes your daily companion. But I am calling you to shift your focus, not to ignore reality, but to see it through faith. Let me ask you something. How many of your fears have truly come to pass? And how many lived only in your mind? Fear often paints pictures that never become real. Yet your body reacts as if they already have. You carry the weight of tomorrow while still standing in today, and it exhausts you. My child, you were not created to live in constant fear. You were created to live in trust. Trust does not mean everything will be easy. It means you know you are not facing life alone. Even now, in a world that feels uncertain, you are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You are not unprotected. I know the world feels heavy. You see conflict between nations, division between people, uncertainty in your future. And it makes you wonder, is something bad about to happen? But instead of asking what might happen, ask this: who is walking with me through whatever comes? And the answer is, I am. Fear tries to make you feel small. It tells you that you are alone, that you are vulnerable, that you are unprepared. But fear is a voice, not the truth. My voice is different. My voice says, you are held. You are guided. You are not alone in this moment. When fear rises, do not fight it with more thoughts. Bring it to me. Speak it. Even if your words are simple, I am afraid. That is enough. Because when you bring your fear into my presence, it begins to lose its power. You do not need to understand everything to have peace. You do not need to control everything to feel secure. You only need to remember where your peace comes from. And it does not come from the world. It comes from me. Right now, many people are searching for peace in the wrong places. They look for stability in money, in systems, in people. But all of these can change overnight. And when they do, fear returns. Because they were never meant to carry your sense of safety. I am your constant. Not the news, not the economy, not the opinions of others. Me. And I do not change. So when fear rises again, and it will, do not be surprised by it. But do not surrender to it either. Pause. Breathe. And remember this, you are not walking into the unknown alone. The future may feel unclear to you, but it is not unclear to me. What feels uncertain in your eyes is already seen and held in mine. Nothing surprises me. Nothing escapes my care. Even now, in the middle of everything happening in the world, I am still working, quietly, steadily, faithfully, even when you cannot see it. So do not let fear define your days. Do not let it steal your peace. Do not let it convince you that everything is falling apart. Because even when things seem uncertain, you are still in my hands. Let the world be loud, but choose to listen to my voice. Let others panic, but choose to remain grounded. Let fear spread around you, but do not let it take root within you. You do not need to carry the weight of the world. You only need to walk with me, one step at a time. And I will give you what you need for each step. Not all at once, but exactly when you need it. So today, release what you cannot control. Let go of the constant worrying. Stop trying to predict every outcome and come back to this moment. I am here with you right now. And that is enough. Do not be afraid. Not because the world is calm, but because I am with you in the storm. If this message found you in a moment of fear, then take a breath. Slow down. And remember, you are not facing this world alone. I am walking with you, always. If this message speaks to your heart, subscribe and share it, so more people can hear these words.